Blue Ridge Nerd Network here. I'm Dom.
And I'm Luke.
And this week stream, got a lot of news for you.
Happy Singles Awareness Day, or Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, yes.
Or over-commercialized Heart Day. There you go.
Get that little self-plug there real quick.
I thought that was a clever name for the episode.
Just wait and see. Got a surprise for you at the end.
We do indeed. But let's start it off with some news.
Switch? Are they still holding out on us?
It seems like they are. Emily Rogers, a known Nintendo insider who has a 100% accuracy rate with her leaks, has came forward with some information that says there are 12 games in development that are not yet announced and should see light of day in 2019.
2019's known releases are the Yoshi Crafted World, Luigi's Mansion 3, a new Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, my bad, Daemon X Machina, a new Pokemon game, and possibly Bayonetta 3.
Ooh, that'd be a big year for them. Luigi's Mansion 3 intrigues me, and I don't even own a Switch.
We technically own a Switch.
You own a Switch. You just bring it here a lot.
BRNN owns a Switch.
9 of the unannounced games have a 75% chance of seeing the light of day in 2019. So of that list, that sounds really good.
2 of the rumor games are Metroid Prime Trilogy and Star Fox Racing. Which
I've heard the Metroid Prime Trilogy, or maybe not that one, but a new game from the Metroid series got delayed because they were restarting it.
I'm honestly surprised to hear about Star Fox Racing.
Yeah.
I would feel like they would start off with an actual Star Fox game instead of jumping straight to the racing scene. But, Nintendo knows more than me, so...
Yeah.
One of the possible games was announced just the other day, actually, for June 2019 release. Mario Maker 2. We're actually going to go ahead and jump in and watch the trailer that was just released.
When was this released?
This was released earlier this week, during the Nintendo Direct, I believe.
Nice.
Switch in here for the Switch. Go full screen. And play.
Begin. So I wasn't familiar that this existed in the first place with the first version.
I've heard of Mario Maker. I know Mario Maker 1.
Was it on, like, the GameCube?
No. It was on the DS.
Okay.
No, my bad. It was on the Wii. I think it was one of the Wii U launch titles.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I wasn't very big on the Wii U, so.
There's a lot of fandom around Mario Maker.
Oh, this looks intriguing as heck. I didn't even know this was possible, so I'm blown away. This next bit in the clip, this is wild to me, but I want it.
I love how. Well, obviously you make the game as you're playing it yourself to challenge friends with, but the animation, all the different animation styles from all over the years.
Yeah, older stuff, the newer stuff. I like that they started it with the old footage and then brought us into the new world of graphics here.
This is. I feel like someone could really get into this. I feel like I'd have just too much frustration just trying to make it, let alone play some of these levels.
This makes the Halo map maker look like
the
Child's
Forge.
Play. Yeah.
Yeah. June 2019, guys.
There we go. That's gonna be big.
Brought to you by Nintendo.
I hope they'll have a.
Oh man.
What have you done? No. Okay. I hope they have a file share system with that, so you can play other people's maps and whatnot. I'm not familiar with the last title, so.
Of course you can. I think that was probably the biggest thing was being able to share your maps and play against each other or play against times, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
But overall, looks dope AF.
It does look dope AF. Next up, we
have a little bit
of
deafness with Silent Bob. Jay and Silent Bob, no deaf. No, it doesn't work out.
No.
Terrible segue.
No, not a great segue. We got some Jay and Silent Bob news. So there's a reboot announced.
Recently.
Yeah. Which this is not a lot of detail so far, but we have Kevin Smith tweeting at Redbox recently the popular red boxes that spit movies out at people on every curb, and he wanted them to be a replacement for RST Video in the new film. So RST Video is the store and the only other set piece from the original Clerks.
Which is a beautiful set piece.
Oh, yes. And he said, after asking on Twitter, could you help me out there? I can't. Okay. Any interest, we can make a fake version, but I figured you folks might enjoy the exposure, to which Redbox replied on Twitter, we're not sure if this is a good idea or not, but we're into it. Send us a DM so we can chat. So it looks like there's more news on this to come.
Send us a DM. That is...
Right?
That's a bold move
That's
there.
great that he's just doing it on Twitter, though. No, lawyers and nonsense yet.
Straight up at him. Speaking of the reboot, there is an open casting call in New Orleans after Mardi Gras in March. No official dates are set. Costumes are required. Mm-hmm. Must be homemade and must be recognizable as either Jay, Silent Bob, Bluntman, or Chronic. So any fans of Kevin Smith and his series of awesome movies, come on down to Mardi Gras, or after Mardi Gras, I should say.
Right.
New Orleans is a great town in general. They encourage creativity. I read the tweet myself, and they strongly recommend no store-bought.
Yeah, actually, I think it says it has to be entirely homemade.
Yeah.
And they,
I mean, I feel like you can go to Goodwill easily and find a Jay and Silent Bob costume.
Oh yeah, a big black jacket and some parachute pants, and boom, you're there.
There you go.
They also encourage mixing it with other pop culture references, so it's going to be interesting. Even if we don't get to get down there, which we talked about, but even if we don't get to get down there,
it's going to be a huge turnout.
Yeah,
huge
it's
turnout.
Be interesting to see for sure.
I'd love to go down. Just going to throw that out there.
I mean,
maybe we could do a live stream.
Ooh. On the road. The first BRNN on the road.
That would be very interesting.
Next up, we have Apex Legends. So some new news has come out. It's not really new. Actually, the date was a little old, but hey, let's not talk about that. Respawn design director Mackie McCandlish, which is a cool name, stated that they want Apex Legends to be a 10-year game.
That's a good lifespan for a game.
That's bold. So Destiny was stated by Bungie to be a 10-year game, and we see how well that went. So this is bold coming from Respawn.
Now, is that Destiny the first game?
OG Destiny.
Really? It was supposed to be just a 10-year game?
Apparently that's what I was reading, yeah.
Because, I mean...
It says they were the last AAA company to say that they were going to put out a 10-year game, basically.
Hmm.
And
now here they did it.
Yeah. So he does acknowledge that that's a crazy thing to say, but I hope they have enough to back it up. And he says that he feels like Apex Legends is something you consume rather than just play.
From what I've played of it and what I've seen of other people playing,
F's in the chat for the Anthem demo.
There you go.
I don't know why.
From what I've seen of wow, I lost my train. Apex Legends. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different game style.
Yeah. So I've been playing a little bit more the past couple days.
Yes.
And David Wright there in the chat actually brought this up. It really rewards aggressive gameplay. Mm-hmm. You have to be willing to push as a squad fast and get in there, because at range you can deal damage if you have the right guns, but unless you have a DMR or a sniper, you're not going to do anything past 50 meters or so before they can get into cover.
And plus you get real good rewards for killing them. Like, you can tell what they're carrying from what they drop by the color of the
color of the crate. Yeah, so that's nifty. Makes looting pretty quick. If they drop a white crate, you might not even need to look at it unless you're after ammo.
Yeah, always grab the ammo.
Always need ammo.
Always grab the ammo.
Magazine size is truly the worst part over the... It's less ammo count at times and more magazine size. But that's where it rewards the fast-paced gameplay.
Moving on to some movie news. Captain Marvel is less than a month away.
That's shocking. I feel like it's still... I don't know. That needs to be a summer hit for me, but...
Early spring. This will be the second to last movie in the Phase 3. Spider-Man Far From Home starts Phase 4. It's been revealed Captain Marvel's runtime is 2 hours and 4 minutes.
That's not a terrible runtime.
That's pretty basic for
Pretty
I feel
standard, I think. Yeah.
That's you gotta get 120 minutes to be a good movie, regular movie. I feel like.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
If you to tell a true story, I
Yeah.
feel like you do.
Yeah, anymore.
Some of the things we do know about the Captain Marvel, I've personally been avoiding all spoilers, all theories and whatnot, because I just want to go into the theater and enjoy the movie for what it is without having, oh, well, that's not what this theory said. But we know the movie's set in the 90s. We have the shape-shifting scroll, my bad.
Tongue twister.
A digitally de-aged Nick Fury and Agent Coulson.
Yeah, that's wild to me, but from what I've seen in the trailers, it looks good.
It looks great. It's the first time that they've used a digitally de-aged person for an entire movie. So that's going to be really interesting. I feel like Samuel L. Jackson, I mean, he's a true definition of black don't crack. So
there you
go. They could have probably just used him anyways. From what we've heard from multiple people, it's an origin story, but not like the origin stories we've seen in the past.
Well, I'd hope so. We're a little late in the game for a new origin story.
Plus, I think she's going to have a little bit of a different origin from her comics.
Okay.
But they've done that a lot with Marvel. Ego, the Living Planet, was not originally Star-Lord's dad. It was Jason of Spartax. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Fun fact.
I've learned something new.
So sticking with some more Marvel news.
Yeah. So
Marvel and Netflix. What's the beef?
We all know about the canceled Marvel shows like Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist.
And of course Defenders, because without the other ones you can't do
have all five.
Yeah. Punisher season 2 was just released.
It was.
With a average IMDb score of 8 per episode.
8+ even.
That's pretty good. There are some episodes that are much higher. I personally have not binged the show yet, and I need to. I've heard such great things by many people.
Yeah.
Jessica Jones, on the other hand, has no information released about her continuation at this point. So just a lot of speculation what's going to happen there.
Yeah, there's a lot of gray area, especially with some of the Disney Plus stuff.
Yes.
So the indication is that they won't be picked up by Netflix again, mostly due to Disney's pulling away from them with Disney Plus, as they're set to launch their streaming service in 2019.
And the streaming service already have some heavy hitters waiting on the lineup there. Such great names coming in at you.
So we've got The Mandalorian, the Clone Wars revival, the Scarlet Witch TV series, a Loki TV series with Tom Hiddleston, a new Muppet series, a bunch of classic live-action remakes, and a great backlog of other movies and just shows and everything.
Where can we start the list? First of all, Pixar.
Everything Pixar is probably going to be on there at one point or another.
Star Wars.
There you go.
Disney Channel original movies. Nostalgia.
High School Musical. It specifically said High School Musical in all the sources.
It also said High School Musical was getting a 10-part documentary, which I'm not excited for. And last but not least,
that doesn't make sense.
Every single show that made our childhood so great.
Indeed.
Well, I would assume would be on a back catalog, just waiting to be uploaded and streamed.
They could bring back all those old Disney shows.
Yes, Dave the Barbarian.
Lloyd in Space.
The Lilo and Stitch series.
That was a good series.
That was a really good series. The Hercules series.
I like that one. I did like that one.
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Man. Yeah, there's so many good old series there that they could. The original Darkwing Duck, wasn't that Disney?
Oh my gosh, Darkwing Duck. Honestly, I'd kind of be interested to see it was a kids thing. Roly Poly Oly. Do you remember it?
I remember Roly Poly.
Roly Poly Oly. I feel like I could get my niece and nephew in some Roly Poly Oly.
Oh yeah, they would love that.
It's great. But we don't know.
I mean, the possibilities are endless with it, and knowing Disney, they'll milk every drop out of it.
Oh, you know that.
Oh yeah. Back to the Marvel stuff though. Hulu has shown interest in picking up canceled titles in the future.
It would be fitting because Disney's getting ready to absorb them through the Fox deal.
Yeah, because Hulu is owned by Fox, apparently.
Which, still no indication when that's going to be officially finalized.
I mean, they just keep adding stuff to the list, and it keeps growing, but I don't know when it's going to end.
I feel like they're going through the back files and just finding all kinds of stuff that, hey, this wasn't supposed to be here.
Yeah, more than likely.
Probably.
There's probably so much paperwork involved with that, too, because I think between the two of them, they own like 50% of the media.
I'd say so.
It's an obscene number.
I'd say at least 51.
This is going to be the new supergroup. Eh?
They have majority plus one.
There you go.
Well, Disney will not have majority plus one if they own Fox.
Well, true. And they also own the world governments and are funded by the secret lizard people. And
there's all kinds of connections.
Sasquatch is secretly Walt Disney, right? Isn't that
really?
That's a popular theory, I think.
Is that really?
Maybe not. Speaking of popular theories, that's a bad segue too. All That, the beloved show of our childhoods, is coming back. And All That revival is confirmed happening with Kenan Thompson, who rocketed to stardom from the show as an executive producer.
No Kel? No confirmation on Kel?
No confirmation on Kel, but it says it's rumored that all or most of the former cast members are expected to feature on the show. So I'm guessing they might be a special guest on every episode or something along those lines.
Bring one back every once in a while, kind of thing.
Nickelodeon is supposed to bring an all-new tween cast for the show. Maybe bring in some new talent to the world. And they're just going to, I guess, try the same format, kind of a sketch comedy deal.
And a little bit of extra news of something coming back. Are You Smarter Than the Fifth Graders is returning with John Cena to host.
Nickelodeon's on top of it, man.
Which, I don't know. I kind of wish they'd brought back Jeff Foxworthy.
I mean, he was funny, but I mean, John Cena's star is on the rise, I guess.
You can't even see the dude.
He's always wearing camouflage or something.
Yeah, something like that.
What's next? Okay, there we go. The big news, in my opinion.
We got a special treat at the Grammys.
We
got a new 1-minute trailer of the live-action Aladdin remake.
We get to see some important characters.
Some very important characters. But let's watch it together.
Shall we?
Oh, bada boom. Boom.
Gotta get that sucker full screen.
And play. This is going to have some great visualizations, or just visuals.
Oh, yeah. It looks spectacular already.
I wonder how much is true green screen.
99%?
You think so?
Maybe the sand at their feet's real.
Jafar looks good.
Jafar does. I can't wait to hear the parrot.
Iago?
Hope Iago still talks.
Abu looks good. Glad they used a real monkey on that. The grand entrance. There's old Jasmine. I'm surprised she wasn't in blue. Aladdin.
Here we go.
The biggest reveal there ever was.
You really don't know who I am. Genie, wishes, lamb, none of that ringing a bell.
So that was something. Oh, I think this is jumping into the next one.
Yeah, we don't need to see that one again, do we?
We don't. But let's take it back here. I wanna.
Oh, well.
No, I'll work with
So
me
close.
here.
You really don't know who I am. Genie, wishes,
And
Hey, that's almost exactly where you stopped it the first time.
that is. Let's talk about this.
I like it. Well, no, I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I do like it, but I don't hate it.
I think what we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to take the old OG animated Aladdin and just smush it to the back part of our brain when we watch this, because nobody's going to... You can't compare it. You can't compare Will Smith to Robin Williams. It's not going to be possible.
No matter what you do, or what, even if he was going into a role for Good Will Hunting, Like,
Yeah, no. couldn't do it.
There's no any actor going into that if they did a remake, which
No.
I would hope they never do.
They better not, unless it's like a sequel. No, wait, don't do a sequel to Good Will Hunting, please. But no, I think as long as Will Smith brings his A game that we know he has, it'll be great.
Yeah. I will say, every time I see more about this movie, the more I want to see it.
Agreed.
It's great.
It was originally kind of scary, and then it looked okay, and now that we've seen this, I'm pleased, honestly.
Yes, the first pictures that was released in Entertainment Weekly and him again in his human form really scared me.
Yeah, but
really scared me.
Not terrible now. I'm not worried about it.
No.
I'm glad that they told us that was his human form then too.
Yeah. Will Smith did clarify that right after. He's like, nah, I'm going to be blue most of the time. Well, you better be.
You need to be for the genie.
I will be. I bet that's his form he'll have when he's on the parade. Doing the entrance for Prince Ali.
Yeah, nobody really commented on the fact that Genie was always blue last time.
No, yeah. Even his human form characters?
Yeah?
I feel like he had the right skin tones.
I don't know.
We'll look that up real quick.
Let's do well, if my computer will work. Let's see.
Robert Williams, Genie.
Hold please. He's not going to be able to hear me.
Not without us shouting.
Which we're not going to do. I mean...
Yeah, he does. I feel like he does.
I don't... Oh, you little T-locked it. That's what it is. I'll be right back.
Oh, man. Anyways. But yeah, no, he definitely took human forms during the entrance parade and whatnot. Yeah.
Welcome to our first interrupted, had to leave the stream. You were here for it, people. This is a landmark moment in BRNN history.
That it is.
Genie, in his human form, usually took the form of some weird guy, like the guy at the beginning who's selling talismans. But I don't know. Like,
We just have to watch it again.
we need to go watch. We need to go watch Aladdin, I guess.
I always need to watch Aladdin on VHS only.
The old one.
VHS only. Which I actually own it on VHS. I've watched it.
Oh yeah, I have like a
Recently.
probably 80 movie Disney collection at home with my parents. Well, at my parents. This is my home. I mean, this is the studio. My home's over there. What's next?
So we have the heart of our conversation here today.
So happy Valentine's Day again, or Single
V-Day,
Awareness
Heart Day, all that.
Over commercialized Candy Chocolate Day. The day before.
Everything goes on
The
sale.
day before Chocolate Markdown Day. That's what I prefer to think about it.
The
as a
most
grocery
expensive
person.
day for roses.
Yes, they drop in price $10 tomorrow, man.
They were $10 cheaper the week before too, or 2 weeks before.
Just buy them early and feed them suckers that aspirin plant food and hope they survive. Professional advice here from BRNN.
But to stick with the mood of the holiday, we're doing our top 5 romantic comedies.
Top 5 rom-coms. Not in any particular order, for myself at least. I don't know if yours are.
No, mine are definitely not in any particular order.
And we're gonna just
so you know, there's over 100 romantic comedies.
Oh yeah, by far.
A lot of them have Adam Sandler in them.
2 years do? No, only one of yours does.
Only one of mine does.
He did do a good long string of rom-coms there. In
We
the
did consider having a
2000s.
top 5 rom-coms and a top 3 Adam Sandler, but we decided to do the top 5 rom-coms. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with mine. Like we said, no particular order. This is in my own opinion, Princess Bride.
This was almost on my list.
I don't see why it wasn't.
It's a good movie. It's As You Wish, a fantastic movie.
This is one of the movies I hope never get a remake. Doesn't need one.
No, it will. No, this movie does not need a remake ever. If they ever announce a remake, we should boycott the studio that comes up with this stupid idea.
I'm very happy with the tribute that Deadpool Once Upon a Deadpool did towards the Princess Bride.
Oh,
The marketing scheme and all that. That was all from the start of Princess Bride. Did you not realize that?
I honestly didn't see any marketing. I don't watch television.
Well, it's everywhere online as well.
I don't use the internet. I don't believe in the internet. This isn't on the internet. This goes to nothing. Didn't I tell you that?
Well, what are we doing here then? All right. Well, we're going.
Next up on my list is Moonstruck.
Which is a movie I've never seen personally.
If you've never heard of Moonstruck, a good friend of mine recommended this movie to me, and it is a film. Cher, Nicolas Cage, and Nicolas Cage has a wooden hand. You're done. That's all you need to know. Go watch this freaking movie.
That is all I need to hear.
It's fantastic. It is Nick Cage at his most eccentric and interesting, and he's so young looking. It's crazy.
And there's a lot of movie he's eccentric in.
Well, I mean, I think he's just eccentric and can't tone it down for movies is more the issue.
That's very true.
Not the bees! That's just him on like a Tuesday.
I don't know. I love him in Face Off.
Face Off's good. It's one of his better.
He's crazy.
Oh, yeah. That's the point, though.
And the whole stick about him and John Travolta, double having to act like each other. It's so cool.
Yeah, it is.
But we're not talking about that. We're talking about romantic comedies.
Rom-coms, not Face Off.
Next on my list is probably shouldn't be a romantic comedy, but it is. 40-year-old virgin. Steve Carell.
Admittedly, I don't know that I've seen this whole movie.
You've not seen this whole movie?
I know I've seen bits and pieces, but I don't think I've watched it.
This is a classic quote movie, I feel like.
From
back in the early 2000s. I love this movie. You got Seth Rogen. You got Steve Carell.
Good cast.
Kevin Hart was even in this movie.
This is kind of where Steve Carell really got his break into film, right? This was right after The Office was really successful.
Seth Rogen's one of his first
one of his early roles for sure.
40-year-old virgin is so quotable. Jonah Hill was also in the movie. He made a quick cameo. I believe this was before. No, this was before Superbad.
Well, I hold the power of the internet. Oh wait, I don't believe.
You don't believe in the internet?
Darn! It seems I've been figured out. 2005. I think this is pre-Superbad.
Yes, it is. Superbad came out in 2009. I'm guessing.
I don't know. Let's find out, shall we? Next on my list, unless you have more for the 40-year-old virgin.
Go right ahead.
Next on my list is one that I've watched fairly recently, but endeared itself very quickly as one of my favorite rom-coms. There's Something About Mary.
I've seen this movie. It is very funny.
Ben Stiller, Cameron Diaz, great movie. It really paid off in the end for me, and I like that in a movie, that it doesn't shortchange the theme throughout the whole movie. I like it. It's a good one. Would recommend. 5 out of 7. Perfect movie.
Oh, Superbad, 2007. I was
very
wrong.
Very close.
Sad. But yeah, Ben Stiller, correct?
Yeah, Ben Stiller.
Early
one for him too. This is
a lot of these are actually. Well, most of mine, except for one, is a 2000s.
98 for There's Something About Mary.
Okay, that. Wow.
Yeah.
Next up on my list, 50 First Dates. My one Adam Sandler movie. It's a good movie. It's a great movie.
It is.
It was between the 50 First Dates and Wedding Singer for me. So I went with the 50 First Dates.
I think 50 First Dates is the better movie out of those two. I really do. Mm-hmm. Wedding Singer's not bad, but 50 First Dates is it's better.
Drew Barrymore and him, such great chemistry.
They did like 3 movies together.
I feel like they've done more than that, honestly.
I'm not going to look it up. I'm too lazy.
There you go. But yeah, that's all I got for 50 First Dates.
All right. My Big Fat Greek Wedding is next on my list. I had not watched this until recently.
I've never watched this.
Great. This, honestly, if you made me rank them, this would be a top contender for number 1.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It's entertaining. it feels genuine in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But it was written and directed, I think, by the lady who stars in it. And the guy is actually her husband, if I've got that right.
That is quite impressive.
Right? So I guess that's why it feels so genuine. But she's Greek, obviously, and her family is eclectic, to say the least. But they're all very entertaining, especially the dad who thinks that Windex solves everything.
I thought that was duct tape.
Not if you're Greek.
Huh.
Duct tape's more Blue Ridge
That it is.
kind of thing.
Because if duct tape won't fix it, Gorilla Tape will.
That's a bold statement.
That is a very bold statement.
That the actor is not her husband. What do I know? It's one.
Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, she
for
would
setting
know.
Luke straight.
She was the one who had me watch the movie, and she had a very good pick there.
That she did. Next up for me is Fever Pitch.
Never seen this one.
2 Drew Barrymore movies made my cut.
This is a baseball, right?
Yes, it is. It's centered around the ups and downs of the 2004 Boston Red Sox, world champions. And the movie flows really well. True up and downs. They kind of match this baseball season in a way. It's a good overall heartwarming movie.
I'll have to check it out. It's you watch My Big Fat Greek Wedding, I'll watch Fever Pitch.
Okay, we can work at that deal out.
It's a good system. Next up on mine is The Killers or Just Killers. I need to actually verify that. I think it's The Killers. No, it's just Killers, isn't it? Either way, it's Ashton Kutcher and what is that chick's name? Ashton Kutcher and Katherine Heigl.
Okay.
It's a rom-com. He's a secret assassin man, and then she finds out that her dad's a secret assassin man. And they've been trying to secret assassin each other the whole time. It's pretty good.
Just made me think of something. Is Mrs. and Mr. Smith a romantic comedy?
Yes.
Because if you go by that plot line, kinda.
I don't know. Let's
take
see what,
take out the parents. You just put in each other, and there you go.
Let's see what IMDb calls it. An action comedy crime.
Okay. What's got the comedy?
So no romance.
Even though that's the movie that started the Bradgelina romance.
It is. Huh. It's a real rom-com.
It is. But even though it's not stated as one.
Yeah, whatever.
But, yeah. Ashton Kutcher did a lot of romantic comedies.
He still does. What was that one with him and was it Mila Kunis and him?
I think so, yes.
What's the name of that one? Is that Friends with Benefits or is that No Strings Attached? They came out at the same time.
One was Justin Timberlake in
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So
that
who was
was
his?
Friends with Benefits.
Ashton. Okay, so No Strings Attached.
Of course, he was in
It's Natalie Portman and Ashton Kutcher.
Okay. That's funny because Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis in Black Swan. The connection,
what a
the
triangle
connections, the connections here.
What a love triangle.
That's almost a square. No.
What's the? Ooh, no, that's a. What's last on your list?
Last on my list is one of the funniest movies on here. In terms of funniest movies, it's right up there with the 40-year version. Wedding Crashers. Owen Wilson. And his name escapes me.
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn, yes. Vince Vaughn.
Hey, intern, are you leaving? Okay, just checking.
Making sure. Thank you.
We need the intern tonight.
But yeah, one of their best buddy movie, honestly. Wingmen.
I think not just their best buddy, but I think this might be Owen Wilson's best movie. Period.
He does have the highlight in this movie, and he gets a lot of it.
Yeah, and I think it's also the one where he's. It's also not the one where he's quite as wow as others.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. I do love him and You, Me, Dupree.
Oh wait, yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah,
that one is pretty good.
He's a good. I like him in that. Him and The Best Man. What's your last pick?
My last pick is The Proposal, which is Sandra Bullock, Ryan Reynolds, right?
Yes, and they
Betty White. Good cast. I'm pretty sure.
This is where they fake the engagement.
Yeah, so she's Canadian and she's going to get deported, and she has to fake her engagement to an American or get married to an American to stay in country for her big highfalutin fancy office job.
And then they actually end up falling in love.
It is a good movie, yes. The intern agrees.
Yes. I've never seen it, but I was intrigued by it.
Yeah, it's really good. I recommend it. Betty White, like, need I say more?
Betty White, you may have taken Stan Lee from us, but you've left us Betty White, our treasure forever.
Are you saying Betty White's hot? Betty White's hot, y'all.
Intern approves. Here we are, wrapping up the part of our stream.
So, Dominic, you got to go to something pretty kick-ass recently.
This past weekend, I went down to the Big Lit Comic-Con.
Roanoke, Virginia at the Berglund Center.
And what a turnout. A lot of people there, a lot of cosplay. I myself went as Goku Black. You can check out the pics on our Instagram. It's so awesome. The Red Ranger was there. I believe the Red Ranger from Time Force was there.
Sounds right.
The actor that played Hugo Weaving's Red Skull in Infinity War was there.
Oh,
and a couple.
That's
of,
right.
And a couple of.
Not Hugo Weaving though.
No, not Hugo Weaving. His Red Skull
replacement.
Yes,
Sad face.
which he is an actor that mimics other actors' styles. So he's yes,
he's
like
professional ditto.
He's like a taskmaster of actors.
I'll pretend I understood that. He is.
People will understand that, hopefully. And then there was a lot of comic book animators and story people there. A big turnout, like I said. You can check them out on their Facebook at Big Lit Comic Con.
And they've announced they're coming back at the end of summer.
Yes, they are. They're going to be coming back at August 3rd and 4th.
At the Berglund Center. You can go to biglitcomiccon.com to get your tickets.
Which I'm sure since I bought my last tickets, I'll probably get heads up on that reminder for sure.
They go on sale March 1st.
That they do.
Yeah, that's something local to us. I'm hoping to be able to make it to this one. I'm going to go ahead and ask off very far in advance. I couldn't make it last time because of other work obligations.
But overall, it was cool. So many booths. Definitely spent more than I wanted to. I got this shirt here, Jiren Pride Trooper shirt. And probably the most important thing that we got.
By far the most important thing that we got.
Thank you, Fetch Studios, for taking the time to finish this lovely piece of art here. As I unveil it now.
Something new for the wall.
This will be replacing something in the wall. We've yet to decide.
Did the table
what
just
it was.
move?
Yes, I did. I moved a little bit.
Okay.
There we go.
Deadpool Blue Ridge Nerd Network.
He was finishing up the Deadpool part as I was coming along and asked, he asked what I wanted to add to it, and I was like, I can't pass it up. BRNN.
Gotta have it.
We swapped business cards, and you need to follow him on Twitter and Instagram at Fetch Studios. He has a lot of art posted on there. He also has some time lapse of his drawings.
Is this the fellow that only draws dolls or action figures?
Yes, the only thing that he does is action figures that he has. Like superposable and stuff, so that way he's not looking at a picture or anything. He's doing what he wants and painting from there or drawing. But this, I couldn't pass it up.
Yes, Siri?
So we're thinking.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try to get it up here in the center, maybe. Oh, we're gonna put it. Oh, it doesn't. Tell us what you think, chat. Help us feng shui this thing.
I like that right there.
I mean, what about? Oh, is this gonna cover the top of Spider-Verse?
Well, you know how we've been talking about. We have to, since we're adding this, one of these posters need to come down sometime soon.
Yeah, we do. Well, we could rotate out other Deadpool.
We could.
We don't want to have too much Deadpool on the wall. That'd be like having a fourth wall. That was bad. I'm sorry. It was not a good joke.
It's all good.
But next week you can look forward to these changes. We'll rearrange some posters in the background there and put up our new art. Very proud of it.
So proud of it. Love it. This is modern art. But that wraps up our stream. Remember to subscribe to us here on YouTube. Hit the push notification so you know when we go live and when we post soon-coming videos.
Yeah.
Always in the works.
Oh, yeah.
You
Check
can follow
us. Twitter at Nerd Ridge.
And on Instagram at Blue Ridge Nerd Network. I'm Dom.
And I'm Luke.
And we are Blue Ridge Nerd Network, signing off.
Fucking doopy, man.